Welcome to Musing with Michele on Monday. Do you want to know how to increase your value, feel healthier, and increase your chances of success in life? If so, stay tuned because I'm going to get to that in a minute. But if this is the first time you're meeting me, let me introduce myself. Again, I'm Michele. I'm a holistic nutrition health coach and the CEO and founder of Make Healthy Fit. I'm also an award-winning author and a woman who conquered obesity, type 2 diabetes, and survived emotional trauma. Now I help women develop the mindset that they need to achieve all their well-being goals. And I do that by looking at all areas of life to see how they're connected and affect their mind, their body, and their spirit. Today, I'm going to teach you the power of saying no and how that impacts all three of those areas of life. And it starts with the mind. You need to know your value or self-worth. So I have a question for you, and I want you to say yes or no in the comments. Have you ever said yes to someone who has asked you for help or invited you to a party or some other event when you really didn't want to go? Or maybe you actually wanted to go, but you were so booked and you knew it was just going to stress you out? Or maybe you said yes and you had no intentions of going, but you just didn't want to hurt somebody's feelings or you felt obligated. If you've ever said yes in any of those situations, let me know. It is common that we do that, but what you're not realizing, every time you say yes, you are reducing your value. Whenever you say no, and you're saying no because it's something you really don't want to do, the next time you say yes, people are going to appreciate that yes, because they're going to realize that you really want to be there. So remember this, you are increasing your value just by showing people that you respect your time and that your time is valuable. And when you're saying yes to everything, you are decreasing your self-worth. It's not that you don't have a lot of self-worth, it's that you're decreasing it in the eyes of them because you're decreasing your own self-worth. The second thing, not only do you have to say no to increase your value, you need to not serve from a cup that's empty. When you try to help people and you go places and do things and you're exhausted and you're fatigued and overextended in your life, you're not taking care of you. You have to refuel your body. You have to let that cup overflow, and you need to use that overflow to serve others with joy, not resentment. To serve others with energy instead of fatigue. You will be happier because when you take care of you first, it's easier to take care of other people. I will just leave you with this. I was called a doormat one time because I helped so many people and I took defense in it. I was hurt. I was angry. How dare them tell me I was a doormat? But I look back now and I would never get to where I am if I hadn't learned to say no. I said yes to everybody's request to babysit, to do their taxes, to help them write resumes, to help them write resignation letters. I said yes because I wanted to be loved. I didn't want people to think that I was selfish, and self-care is not selfish. And what happened is I got sick. I was a woman, 242 pounds, type 2 diabetes, ready to go on insulin, kidney problems, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, a heart attack and stroke waiting to happen. And I was still caring for everybody else, including my grandfather, who I am so grateful for every minute that I spent with him, but I could have done it differently. I didn't need to sleep in hospitals. I didn't need to sleep in nursing homes. I didn't need to say yes to spending 3 hours. I could have given the same love and care, and I eventually did, without risking my own life. I needed to learn how to prioritize me, the self-care, because once I did, we both got healthier. And so you're not just going to say no to increase your value. You're going to say no so you feel healthier. Because even if you don't take significant action toward any goal, the goal you're going to have is more time for you to relax, to not be stressed. And thirdly, it's about your goals. And this is where self-love comes in. Because if you have goals related to your career, that you want to have a promotion, or maybe you're trying to save money so that you can get out of your job. Maybe you're trying to switch careers, or maybe you want to get healthy and you've got goals. Or maybe there's some other life goal that you have, but it's always tomorrow, because this is going to say it's important, and that's going to be important, and this person says this is important, and this person says you should work on this, and your employer says you should stay later, and everybody's grabbing you. You have to decide what's in your heart. You have to love yourself enough to say, my goals are important to me. They're no less important than what you want from me. This is my life. If you're a woman watching this, this is what you need to do. You need to become the girl boss of your life, because nobody is going to elevate you. You need to do that yourself. And you know how I became that doormat and didn't take care of my health? I also had no boundaries in my life. If I got into a fight with somebody or things weren't going right, there was a conflict, I was just not letting it go and not even realizing that I wasn't being treated right in the first place. Self-love is about creating boundaries in your life, where they are boundaries for you to give not time to people, so you're going to say, no, I'm not going to do that. And then we're going to wrap this up by me telling you how to say no without saying you're sorry. But it's also about saying no to staying in relationships and being around people that are toxic, because they are draining your energy, and that is not self-love. And that is a topic for a whole other session, but I want to make you aware of it. So I want you to think about this. When you say no, you're increasing your value and your self-worth. When you say no, you are telling people, I am going to help you, but I got to fill my cup up first. And when I come to help you, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to be enjoyable, but I'm not going to do it when on your terms. I'm doing it on my terms, and it's not selfish. So you're not telling anybody this except for yourself. And thirdly, you are going to love yourself by creating boundaries so that you can work on your goals, and you can make sure that you're surrounded with people who aren't toxic and trying to take you away and pull you away from your goals. You're valuable. Life is short. Pay attention to how you're spending your time. Sometimes what we have to do is not easy, but it's the right thing for us. And so I'm going to tell you how to say no. You don't owe anybody an explanation, but you should be kind about it. And being kind does not mean saying you're sorry. Because research has shown, psychological research has shown, that when you say you're sorry, people actually get hurt. They feel rejected. It's like saying, I'm sorry, you're just not important enough. When that's not the case, you just want to be authentic. And what you want to say to people is something like, I am honored that you've asked me to fill in the blank, help you, invited you to something. I am honored that you've done that. But right now, I have a lot of priorities that I need to work on for me. So thank you in advance for, understanding. And you don't even have to give them the why. You can just say, I'm honored that you thought of me and that you asked me. But this isn't a priority right now for me because I'm working on some other priorities. And you need not to tell them what that is. So what I'm going to ask you to do going forward, and I would love for you to put a comment down there again if anything I've said resonates with you today, but I want you, the next time somebody asks you to go somewhere or to do something, ask yourself, is this getting in the way of one of my goals? Am I so overextended now that if I say yes to this, I'm going to be exhausted and not have time for my family, not have time for my own self-care, not have time to cook, not have time to do the things that I need to do? And if I say yes to this person one more time, are they going to expect me to say yes every time they ask me again? Love yourself. Know your worth. Take care of yourself. And I want you to come back here and I want you to let me know how you make out with your next no. One other ask that I have, this is my first session of Musing with Michele on Mondays, but I'm going to be back next Monday and I'd love for you to show up. And if you know somebody else that could value from some of the information that I'm going to be provided that's going to help you with your mind, body, and spirit, please invite them to my page. I would love to have them. I wish you a wonderful week. And if you don't have time to watch this, you don't have to tell me yes. It's always going to be here for your future. You can come back and you can watch the replay. And if you're watching the replay now, you can still go out and get your friends and bring them in here. The beauty is that these videos are going to be on YouTube and they're going to be here for you to watch anytime you want. That's how life should be. So I'm going to say goodbye, wish you all peace for the week, and talk next week. Glad to have you. Bye-bye.